team members of the media with head coach Tony Gibson. Coach, what the statement, and then we'll go to questions.
Okay, first off, congratulations in Georgia. They're top 5 team for a reason, and we just couldn't get anything rolling at all offensively, so we struggled. Thought our defense fought really well in the second quarter, made some plays, had some opportunities to get off the field, and unfortunately we gave up 2 big runs to the quarterback, so that was disappointing. The block punt obviously took a lot of air out of us, and I'll take this one on me. Our staff, we have to do a better job. We have to get our guys better prepared, and that was the first one of many. And I promise you, Herd Nation, we will be better next week. With that, questions?
Can you talk about the quarterback rotation today and what you saw from each guy?
Yeah, I thought Ja'Kai early on, he was a little nervous. He's going into his first start, and we did it to him at Georgia. But he's been our best quarterback through camp, and I like where he's at. And then Carlos, we just try to get in and get some run game going with our quarterback, mix it up a little bit. It killed ourselves with a few penalties. And then Zion came in the fourth quarter and brought a little energy to us, and we finally crossed the 50-yard line and punched one in, made a couple really good throws. So we got to go back and evaluate who our guy's going to be next week.
You mentioned the offense struggling there at the beginning of the first 3 quarters. What was impressive to you about the Georgia defense? What did they do that stopped you guys?
Yeah. Everything. They're an impressive group. That's an SEC front. I hope we don't have to face another front like that all year long, which that's in the Sun Belt, then we're in trouble. But those guys up front are, they're really good. Their linebackers are, really good players. They got 2 corners with a lot of experience. So, they have a veteran group. They're coached really, really well. And we were just, our guys just couldn't hang and couldn't handle it today. So, but again, we have to quit. Our tackles got 3 or 4 penalties lining up too deep, and I think that they were, doing that because of that front and trying to get an advantage on them. So, we got a lot of stuff to clean up.
First, defensively there in the second quarter, you had a little stretch where you're talking and then that. And other than that, I think your defense kind of settled a little.
Yeah, they did. I think the speed of the game to start rattled us a little bit. And then once we got dialed in, I thought our kids did a really good job. Again, the second quarter we played really well. Unfortunately, we gave up the field goal there. But, but our guys are, they're resilient. They want to get better. They love football, and they love this university. So we're going to keep coaching them. And, we got 11 more games left. Yeah, we'll continue to get better every week.
Coach, you mentioned the 2 runs was talking. Was there something about his elusiveness today or on those 2 scoring plays that feel like they just...
No, it was, he's a good runner. He's smart, but we blew both times we should have had somebody for the quarterback, and we had bad eyes. So when that happens, unfortunately we're going to give up a big play. So, it's disappointing to see that.
You hear a lot of coaches say, first to second week is the biggest time for improvement with the result and everything. Obviously, you still got work to do and everything, but just what's the message today? They're trying to get them rolling.
Yeah, what I told those kids are, we have a long year. Last year, I think they started out 1-2, ended up winning the Sun Belt. Our goals are all still ahead of us, but right now, what we have to worry about is tomorrow. We're tired, and we have to get better. So, we're not going to look too far ahead. Now, we have a lot of film to watch, evaluate, and I told them you're all in or all out. And I love all of you. Once you're here, we're going to keep fighting and we're going to make this thing right. I promise you that.
And again, here's your first game as a head coach. And again, you talked about, just talked to you there about the fight that you wanted your team to show this weekend, just to elaborate on that a bit more. Could.
Yeah, that's been my message all week long. We knew we were walking into a top 5 SEC opponent that's very well coached. They have really good players, and I wanted our kids just to fight and win the first play, and then keep fighting to win the second play. And, didn't happen, But again, we're not giving up on. We have to get better. Everybody, myself, offense, defense, special teams, coaches. This one's going to hurt for a little bit, and then we got to move on. Got another game next week at home, and looking forward to playing at the Joan, and hopefully getting a different result.
Right. Anything further for Coach? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yep. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be right back.